In relation to the ketamine-related death of Friends actor Matthew Perry, 5 individuals have been prosecuted, federal officials in Los Angeles declared on Thursday. 2 more defendants, a second doctor and a woman known as the Ketamine Queen who is allegedly accused of selling Perry the batch of ketamine that killed him, were arrested on Thursday, according to the Department of Justice. 3 other defendants, including the actor's assistant and a doctor, have entered into plea agreements for federal drug charges related to this death. 5 people have been charged in connection with the ketamine-related death of Friends star Matthew Perry, federal officials in Los Angeles announced on Thursday. The Department of Justice announced the arrest of 2 more defendants on Thursday.
They are a second doctor and a woman dubbed the Ketamine Queen, who is allegedly charged with selling Perry the batch of ketamine that killed him. Plea deals have been reached by 3 other defendants, a doctor and the actor's aide, on federal drug charges connected to this murder. The defendants took advantage of Mr. Perry's addiction issues, according to U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada. According to Estrada, they knew what they were doing was wrong. A plea deal has been made by 3 of the 5 accused. The U.S. Attorney announced on Wednesday that the 2 other defendants, Dr. Salvador Plasencia of Santa Monica, California, and Jasveen Sangha, who according to Estrada operated what amounted to a drug-selling emporium at her house, had been indicted. Plasencia entered a not guilty plea to 1 count of conspiring to distribute ketamine, 7 counts of actually distributing ketamine, and 2 counts of tampering with and fabricating records or documents connected to the federal probe. On the order of Magistrate Judge Alka Sagar, he was placed under arrest on a $100,000 unsecured bond and had to give up his D license, which permitted him to prescribe banned medications. October 8 is the date of his trial. Sangha entered a not guilty plea to 5 charges of ketamine distribution, 1 count of possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine, 1 count of possession with purpose to distribute ketamine, 1 count of conspiracy to distribute ketamine, and 1 count of maintaining a drug-involved premises. D. Administrator Ann Milgram stated in the press release that Matthew Perry's journey began with unscrupulous doctors who abused their position of trust because they saw him as a payday, to street dealers who gave him ketamine in unmarked vials. Whether they are neighborhood drug dealers or medical professionals who breach their oath to treat patients, the D works nonstop with our federal, state, and local partners every day to safeguard the public and bring those responsible for the distribution of lethal and harmful substances accountable. Representatives for Perry's foundation and his co-stars on Friends have been contacted by CNN for comments regarding the accusations that were made public on Thursday. Perry's vulnerability as a recovering addict was highlighted by Estrada, who revealed the allegations on Thursday. She stated that detectives suspect Perry fell back into addiction in the fall of 2023. According to Estrada, Plasencia collaborated with Dr. Mark Chavez to provide Perry with ketamine, which the actor would be injected with by Kenneth Iwamasa, Perry's assistant, who was not a medical professional. According to the statement, Chavez, a 54-year-old San Diego doctor, has agreed to plead guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to distribute ketamine. According to the statement, Iwamasa, 59, of Toluca Lake, California, entered a guilty plea on August 7 to 1 count of conspiracy to distribute ketamine causing death. Iwamasa allegedly performed multiple injections on Perry on October 28, 2023, the day Perry died, according to the authorities. According to the U.S. Attorney, Eric Fleming, 54, of Hawthorne, California, has also entered a guilty plea to 1 count each of conspiracy to distribute ketamine and distribution of ketamine resulting in death. The news release further stated that Fleming claimed to have received the ketamine from Sangha and that he distributed the drug that killed Perry, as stated in court records. CNN contacted Fleming's lawyer, but the lawyer had nothing to say. CNN has gotten in touch with Chavez and Iwamasa's lawyers. Perry received approximately 20 vials of ketamine during the course of 2 months, from September to October 2023, according to Estrada, at a cost of about $55,000. According to Estrada, Defendant Plasencia saw this as an opportunity to profit off of Mr. Perry. In September 2023, he texted someone, asking, "I wonder how much this moron will pay." Additionally, he expressed in text messages his desire to serve as Mr. Perry's only supplier. According to Estrada, Defendant Plasencia saw this as an opportunity to profit off of Mr. Perry. In September 2023, he texted someone, asking, "I wonder how much this moron will pay." Additionally, he expressed in text messages his desire to serve as Mr. Perry's only supplier. Perry spoke about his long battle with heroin addiction in his memoir Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, published in 2022. He claimed in his essay that he started misusing prescription drugs after getting hurt in a jet ski accident on the Fool's Rush Inn, set in 1997, and receiving a Vicodin prescription. In his book, Perry claims that he finally increased his daily pill count to 55, which caused him to significantly lose weight and show it while filming Friends. He said that it was hard to see the bodily changes he underwent while appearing on the show. According to Perry, "I was, like, brutally thin and being beaten down so badly by the disease. The use of ketamine as a pain, anxiety, and depression treatment has increased recently." According to the Associated Press, Perry was receiving treatment from at least 2 doctors and was receiving ketamine infusion therapy before to his death, as reported by those close to him to the coroner's investigators. At the press conference, Milgram said the doctors should have responded to Perry's desperation, which brought him to these people, but they did not. "The core of this tragedy is this betrayal of trust. Perhaps what has happened can help others and save lives," she continued. Perry was a beloved cast member of Friends from 1994 to 2004, co-starring with Courtney Cox, Matt LeBlanc, David Schwimmer, Jennifer Aniston, and Lisa Kudrow. His passing was announced with much shock. Following Perry's passing, they issued a joint statement in which they said, "We are all so utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew. We were not just co-workers on the show, we belonged to a family."
Their individual reps made a statement that said, "There is so much to say, but right now, we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss. We will provide additional information later, as we are able. Our hearts and prayers are with Maddie's friends, family, and all of the people who loved him for the time being." Williams stated that the authorities were investigating Perry's source of the narcotics as well as how he obtained them. The US Postal Inspection Service and the US Drug Enforcement Administration were also parties to the probe. Both LAPD Chief Dominic Choi and Estrada refuted during the press conference the idea that they brought a broad case and concentrated on this probe because of Perry's socioeconomic background. "The life of every victim matters," Estrada declared.